Okay, welcome to our weekly Dream Team Hangout. It is the first Thursday of November, which is exciting. I love the beginning of a new month. I am going to start with our shout outs. And first, congratulations to Lindsay Rohr and Lisa. They both hit Success Club last month. I know it was a hard month, and that's an understatement for most people on our team last month. But I know that this month is going to be awesome, especially with Core de Force launching. But congratulations to those two for making it happen. And then also for Lisa already hitting Success Club this month. So that's a good place to be too, because then you just can relax. I mean, you're still doing the same daily activities. You're still doing everything that you were doing before, but you just can relax. And that's just a good place to be. And then congratulations, I don't see Nicole on here, but congratulations to Nicole Cockerham because she advanced to Emerald this week. And she actually just messaged me before the call and said she just signed up another coach. So she is on a roll. And then Lisa is a diamond. Everybody give her a round of applause or a little raise the roof or whatever. Good job, Lisa. Congratulations. And I think those are all of our shout outs for this month. As far as important dates, the calendar is up for this month. So make sure you check that out, print it out, look at it, look over it. If you have not scheduled your own calendar, do that. You can use mine to base yours. You can just print mine off and use it and add your own things to it, whatever works for you. I'm going to go over a couple important dates on that calendar. November the 7th is when my challenge group starts. November the 14th is when my Core de Force group starts. If you are not in a Core de Force group or leading a Core de Force test group, you have to be. Like, you absolutely have to jump on this bandwagon. Whether or not you think you're going to like this program or not, you have to jump on and give it a try. So if you are not leading a group, you are welcome to be in my group. That is absolutely fine, but you either need to let me know or you need to be doing your own group. On the 9th is David's call. David's going to be doing his call about money and placements and things like that. Really good call to be on, a really good call to get your husbands on also. Usually Sean is sitting in the room with me on those calls because he just understands all that a lot better than I do, and it's really helpful to have him there. On the 23rd, Wednesday night, we are going to be having a get-together. That is the day before Thanksgiving, which is good and bad. It's good because a lot of people have family in town, so therefore they have people to pawn their kids off on for the night. And, it's before all the activities start of Thanksgiving and roll over into the weekend. However, it's bad because I know some of our coaches, like Christy, I'm sure, is probably leaving town for Thanksgiving. It is not going to be able to make it. However, Aaron and David are going to be in town, and they really wanted to get together with our team, and that was the date that we felt like the most people were going to be able to make it to and find arrangements for their kids and not already have something going on. So hopefully you can make it. We do not have it set what's going to happen yet. Last year we did this exact same thing, and we just went to a winery and hung out. However, we're going to try to find something different. Casey Snyder's kind of been put in charge of what to do for that night. So I'm sure she'll come up with something fun for us to do. Then we have the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st is the sneak peek. We're doing the same thing that we did last month, a 3-day sneak peek with videos for people to watch, and I feel like that was very successful, and a lot of people liked that rather than the hour, because they could get in there. I have people I'm adding to it. I just added a girl today to it and said, get in this group, check out these videos, and see what you think. So it's just a good place to be able to send people before the next one happens and to be able to walk them through that. I think those are all of our important dates. Did anyone write down the dates for the next Super Sunday? And if so, can you unmute yourself and tell us what it is so everyone can get it on their calendar?
I think it's January 8th or 9th, whatever the Sunday is.
Okay. Whatever that Sunday is, January the 8th or the 9th. I have my new calendar. It just came in the mail today, but I haven't opened it up yet. Make sure you write that. The 8th Okay, make sure you write that date down. So important to be at these events. And a huge thank you to everyone that went to the Melanie Mitro event. We had a huge turnout of coaches go up to that, and it was priceless information. Information that I've heard, but it was very good to hear from her in a different way, and it's made me realize that I need to dig more into the leadership ladder, and I'm going to be doing that. So I am going to go ahead and start our content for the call, and that is how to have a successful month. It is the 3rd of the month, so we are at the beginning of November, which is exciting. It means there's new opportunities. We have Core de Force out. Honestly, in my opinion, right now is the best time to be a coach. Right now is the best time to sign up new coaches. Right now is the best time to be coming into this business. We have so many awesome things. Do y'all want to? I can't read it all. What are you writing down there? Let's see. Oh, bummer. Shoot. Well, we'll catch you on the next one. We usually try to do a Christmas hangout too, so hopefully that will work out for you and Christy. It's just a good time. We have a lot of good things going on in the Dream Team and Fit Fighter Nation, a lot of new trainings. We have Core de Force launching. It's just a really good time to be entering this business and to be in this business and to be building a strong, solid business. So before I kind of start the content of the call, I want you guys to type a few things in the chat box for me. So the first thing I want to know is, what personal development book are you reading right now? If you can type that in the box for me. Make Your Mark is on my list. I haven't read it yet. Bible study, discerning the voice of God. Looking for a new. Joelle, have you read the 12-week year yet? Put that one on your list. Or The Go-Giver. The Go-Giver, I think you and Christy, I always think of you two when I'm reading that book. The Go-Giver is a really good one too. Brittany, you need to start reading personal development. Is that what you mean? Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I think, wait a minute. I'm going to grab some so I can share some with you guys. Ignore my pajama pants, please, that I'm wearing. All right. GoPro is a really good one. This was one of the first personal development, and it's not personal, it's professional development books that I've read. The Go-Giver is amazing. Energy Bus is one of my favorites. Girl Code is a really, really good book. Brittany, I could see you really liking this one, Girl Code. Check this one out. You have that one started, like tomorrow. The Compound Effect is a really good book too, really good. If you have not read this one, put this at the top of your list, The Compound Effect. Training Camp I have not read yet, but it has been recommended by a success partner of mine, so it's on my list. Leadership Gold, and then I also saw Hope post Jab, 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 so that's another really good one to put onto your list. Okay. So now that we know either what everyone is reading or that now we know we need to start reading, next question I have for you is, what workout are you going to be doing in the month of November? Or what are you doing right now? So type that in the comments. This is what I like to see. You better not just be saying it because you know that's what I wanted to hear. You better really be doing it. Okay, next question. What Shakeology flavor are you drinking right now? Look at all this interaction I'm requiring. Chocolate, cafe latte. I didn't know that's what you drink, Joelle. Chocolate and vanilla. Do you mix your chocolate and vanilla together, Lisa? I think Amber Etheridge does that.
I haven't tried that, but that sounds interesting.
I've heard that, and cafe latte mixed half and half with other things is really good. Okay, here is a next question, and you can think a second if you need to before, because I'm going to ask you to commit to this, and I'm going to ask you to stick to this. How many people are you going to invite Monday through Friday for the month of November? A day. And I want you to be honest, but I want you to push yourself. And I want you to commit to this number, and I want you to write it down somewhere on the paper. How many people can you invite every single day in November, Monday through Friday? And you can write that in the comments, whatever you decide you're going to commit to. And I can write mine too. I can promise you this number. I like this. I like this. Yeah, definitely Monday through Friday. I think the weekend should be used for follow-up. Perfect. Love it. Are you running a challenge group right now? Raise your hand if you are running a challenge group or leading or co-leading a challenge group right now. Okay. Or in a, Bree, I was waiting for that hand to go up. Two of them, yeah. I thought you were probably. Okay. All right, those are all the questions that I have for right now. You're going to kind of see how those lead into. Okay, Joelle, that's fine. We are recording it. You're good. Okay, that's all the questions that I have for right now. So again, I told you that the calendar is up. Make sure that is part of running a successful month, that you check out that calendar, that you sit down, you print it out. You have to have a game plan. That way, when you sit down every day to work your power hour, you know exactly what your goal is for the day, what you're going to be inviting to, and what you are focused on. I know that everyone on this call is extremely busy, including myself. So when you sit down for that power hour, you have to have a goal, and you have to know what you are inviting to and what your focus is and what you are doing. Okay, so we talk all the time about you have to get Success Club points. You have to invite to your challenge group, invite. But I think sometimes we think invite. But how do I do that? How do I get people into this challenge group? Who am I inviting and how am I inviting? And I think that we're struggling as a team with that. And I think a lot of it is that we're not growing our customer base enough, that we have ran out of people to invite, that we're talking to the same people. And if you are talking to the same people, they've already heard it a million times probably. And if they haven't bit yet, they will eventually. They're going to say yes one day. But right now, you need new people, and you need to expand your customer base. So I'm going to give you 4 tips that I really hope, I think I wrote down 4, that I really hope help you to expand your customer base and to invite to challenge groups and to make it not just a successful month, but to make the rest of our year super successful leading into January. Because if you push hard these next 2 months, and if you've been around for longer than a year, then you know January is going to be amazing for you if you push these next 2 months. Okay, so let me make sure I don't have, okay. Joelle must have a sick one. Okay, so number 1 tip, and I know Melanie actually talked about some of these things if you were at the training, but number 1 is you have to find your niche. You have to know what your niche is. That means, who do you attract? What are the kind of people that you attract? Do you attract moms? Do you attract people that have to lose 50 plus pounds? Do you attract people that like to cook? Your niche matters more than you realize. I have had coaches and dear friends of mine that have not signed up with me because they've had 50 plus pounds to lose, and they just don't think I relate to them because they don't think I can understand that. And they'll go with another coach that's been on the journey and they've been through that and they've lost the 50 plus pounds. You have to have your niche, and you have to be talking to those people. So who do you attract? I want you to be thinking about who you attract. And these are all things you need to be writing down, like after the call, when you have time. Sit down and think about these things. Who you attract. What are you good at? That's another question you need to be asking to help you find your niche. Something that really helps me is, what is your favorite program, or who is your favorite trainer? Is it Shaun T? Do you like someone to scream in your face and, yell at you and get you all hyped up. And is that your person? Is Shaun T your person? If you know who your trainer is and your program is, that's going to help you find your niche. Are you a Chalene person? I call her cheerleader-ish. Are you like the cheerleader-ish type that really motivates you and just pumps you up all the time? She never yells at you. She just always, you cannot do a Chalene program without smiling the entire time, because that's just the type of person that she is. I love her. She is not my niche, though. Shaun T is my niche. I am the type that likes the yelling and screaming in my face. And I feel like he's in my living room with me. But when I'm doing Chalene, I'm smiling the whole time because I love her so much. So you have to think about that. Who is your person? Who is your trainer? Who's your program? What is it that fires you up? And really sit down and think about that, and think about why. Why do you like them so much? And that's going to help you find your niche of people also. Number 2 tip, how will you talk about Beachbody? We have to talk about Beachbody. That's what we do. It's a part of our life. It's not just something on the side and we get scared to talk about it when people ask us about it. And I've been there. I've totally froze up whenever someone asks me what being a Beachbody coach is, especially at the beginning. It's a lot harder. So how are you going to talk about it? Are you a social media person? Are you going to be on Facebook? Are you going to be on Instagram talking about it? Do you like to blog? Do you like to do websites? Are you a face-to-face person where you like a home party would be good for you? I am not a home party person. I don't want to have a party at my home for Shakeology or whatever, but there are lots of coaches that do, and they love having people come to their house and having a Shakeology bar and sharing that. You might be one of those people. That might be a way. Post an event on Facebook and get a party together for people to try Shakeology. That might be your thing. How can you talk to people? How are you going to reach people? And you need to think about that so you know how to grow your business. Think about where you are. Are you in a church group? Are you sitting at gymnastics? Are you in a doctor's office, at work? Wherever it may be, you have the opportunity all the time to talk to people. Don't sit on your phone and play on your phone. Don't be reading a magazine when you're with these people. Talk about what you do and talk about Beachbody. It's okay. Figure out how to start that conversation. How do you bring it up with them? Do you ask them, what do you do for a living, or what are you doing, so that they are going to ask the question in return? Really think about that. And when I do the one-on-one calls with you, if you need more help with how to handle those situations and what to say and how to bring it up, that's a really good time for us to talk about that. That way you're not frozen whenever someone brings it up, or when someone says, what's that stuff you're drinking, and you don't know how to respond. Our one-on-one calls is just a really good time for us to talk about that. But I want you to make it a goal every single day to find one new person, and that can go along with your 8 daily investments in connecting, but one new person that you have never talked to it about again, and find a way to bring up Beachbody. Start that conversation. You have to engage with people. That is how you're going to grow your network, by engaging with people. We have incredible tools and amazing products. We have Shakeology. We have all these incredible workout programs, including Core de Force now. But if you're not talking about them, then it means nothing at all. And it's not going to help your business, and it's not going to expand your business. So find your niche. Start talking to your people, get those conversations going. And like I said, when we have our one-on-one calls, hopefully everyone's scheduled by now, we will talk about it, and we'll come up with more ideas for you, and I'll help you find solutions on how to address certain situations you've been in. And you are also more than welcome to message me at any time if someone has asked you something on Facebook and you don't know how to respond. That honestly just comes with experience. Yeah, Christy's raising her hand because Christy sends me messages a lot. Not anymore. You're a lot better at it now. But when she started, and a lot of my new coaches do, they send me messages asking, how do I answer this question? Or what do I say when they gave me this answer, that it's too expensive? That's okay. You can screenshot that to me and send it to me, and I'll help you. It just literally comes with experience. The longer you're around, the easier it is for you to figure out how to say what you need to say to those people. All right. Tip number 3, make a list. And I know I talk about this all the time, but it's so important. You have to make and work from a list. whether it's a coach prospect list, just a list of all your contacts. I have a huge long list, and I'm a little bit OCD, so my list is probably a little more than it needs to be. But, I have them color coded. Like reds are no's and yellows are maybe laters, and, everything like that. And then I put a little bit of what our conversation was. It is so important, and there is no possible way. And I think it killed me because my first year I didn't realize how important a list was. And then like a year into it, I had to sit down and come up with this list and go back and spend like 2 days going and making a list and typing out what people had said and things like that. Do it now. Do it as soon as you can. Come up with that list. You cannot remember every conversation that you have had with people. You run into someone at the grocery store and they ask you about it. You just cannot remember that. We're too busy. You have to come home and put them down on your list of someone to follow up with. It is in the follow-up. Everything is in the follow-up with people. You have to be following up, and if you don't have a list to work from, you're not going to be effectively working. I use an Excel spreadsheet, and it's like I have all the names, and then I have I have them color-coded, like if they said yes, or if they turned into a coach, or if they have a coach, then I have them completely blacked out, because obviously if they're already working with a coach, then that's not someone I'm going to talk to. If they said no, they're highlighted in red. If they said maybe later, they're highlighted in yellow. Even those no's that are highlighted in red, I end up going back to eventually and talking to them again, especially if they like or comment on something that I've done. So mine is an Excel spreadsheet and it's color-coded. And like I said, it's a little bit OCD, but I just have to be organized to make it work for me and for me to be effective with my time. So, okay. So tip number 4, and I think this is a huge one, and I think we have to go back to it a lot, even myself. Are you working on yourself? That is so important. And I think it was at Super Saturday that I heard someone say this. When you stop working on you, your business stops. And maybe you've experienced this. I have. When you stop working on goals, your health and fitness goals, your business stops. And there are no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That is what happens. You have to have a goal for your health and your fitness every single month. What are your health goals? Where do you want to be? I want you right now on some little piece of paper to write down, and I'm going to give you a few seconds to do this. I want you to think about what your health goals are for the month of November, and I want you to write that down on a piece of paper right now, because I think this is something that we push aside because we're worried about other people and we don't take time to think about ourselves. What are your health goals for November? If anyone wants to type it out and share it, you're more than welcome, but you do not have to. My health goals for November is I am going to finish a round of Core de Force. That is a health goal for me. I will finish that program from day 1 to the very end, and I will push and I will give 100%. I am promising myself that I will give 100% because I've went a while without giving 100% on a workout program, and it is time for me to commit 100%. I also want to lose 5 more pounds because over the summer I was not the best and things did not really go the way they should have, and I gained some weight and I want to lose 5 more pounds. I have a goal by January to be able to see abs, and I'm going to be working on that. So by the end of November, I want to start to see some definition in my abs so that when January rolls around, I have abs. I know those are insane goals for November and December, but I started my journey in November and December. I lost 25 pounds from the months of November to February. So if I've done it once, I can do it again. And I know on January 1st, people are going to be looking for help. If I stay strong during the months of November and December and I have abs, people are going to be coming to me. And it's not just abs, but you know what I'm talking about. If they see me committed in doing something. Okay, I'm going to look at these comments real quick. I love that some of you are typing these out. I love this 100% committed. Yay, yay, yay. All awesome. I love all of those. Get my nutrition. Only play. Yes, Bree. Yes, that is what I've been. Let me tell you, I think I'm on day 18 now of Whole30, and I wanted a tub of ice cream so bad tonight. It wasn't even funny. And if we would have had it in our house, I may have broke down. Okay, so make sure you have those goals and you have them wrote down. I love that, Lisa. And On your one-on-one calls, I'm going to start asking you that now. That's going to be a question I'm going to ask you. What are your health and fitness goals? Because I am very guilty of, once you become a coach, I kind of let you go and do your own thing, and I don't hold you accountable to your health and fitness anymore, because now I'm working on your coaching journey, and I need to be better, and that's a goal of mine, at holding you accountable to not only your coaching goals, but your health and fitness goals. So expect it. If you do a one-on-one call with me, we're going to talk about goals. And the next month, we're going to revisit those goals and see if you've accomplished them or not. So I am not only holding you accountable to your coaching goals now, but your health and fitness goals. We are 100% a product of the product. You have to be, if you want to be successful with this business. And those of you that have been successful, you know, a lot of that is that people have watched your journey and they've watched you lose the weight, or they've watched this. You have an awesome before and after picture, or just your transformation mentally. Yes, Amber. I mean, it makes a huge, even if it's just 10 pounds that you have to lose, or 5 pounds, people are watching and they see your excitement. We all know that we post on Facebook when we've lost 5 pounds because we're super excited and pumped up about it. They see that excitement and then they want to join that. When we do the workouts every day and we're 100% committed, when we drink Shakeology, when we are in our challenge groups, when we talk on Facebook about how incredible and amazing that we feel, we are attracting people. We are attracting people to live more healthy and fulfilling lives. You have to always continue to improve yourself, and not only physically, but mentally. We have to work on mentally too, whether you think you need it or not. And I'm saying that because I was 100% guilty of not reading personal development my first year as a coach, because I did not. So Brittany, I get it. I did not think that I needed it. I mean, I just didn't. I don't know how this is going to sound, but I've never had anything horrible in my life. I had this, I've had great parents and great childhood. I've had deaths and things like that, but nothing that was just so life-changing where I felt like I needed personal development until I started reading personal development. And then I realized how badly I needed it in my life. And now when I see my Facebook post, that stupid time hop, when it comes up before I was a coach, man, I was negative, and I had no clue how negative I was. That is what I used Facebook for, was to complain about things. So whether you think you need personal development or not, you have to do it. Because when we put that into our lives and we put our workouts into our lives, people notice that. I'm going to share a little story, and Christy probably is going to know who I'm talking about. We have, when I worked at school, we had a guy that worked at school with us, and there was 4 or 5 of us that were drinking Shakeology and doing workouts all the time, and he used to always say, "You guys are always just smiling and so happy, and what are you drinking?" I mean, people notice because you change. He still hasn't signed up to do anything, but he notices. People notice when you're positive on Facebook. People comment on those things and they like those things whenever you are positive, because it makes their day and it impacts them whether or not you realize it or not. And those people are potential customers. Those people are potential coaches. You attract who you are and what you act like. So if you want to attract positive people, then you have to be positive. If you want to attract hardworking go-getters, then you have to set that example that you are a hard worker, working go-getter. So I really hope that those 4 tips have helped you, because I feel like we just kind of needed to take a step back to the basics. And I think this is kind of what that call has done for us, in how to end the month strong, or this month, in this year strong, and to have a strong month and to push, because us pushing these next 2 months is going to be so vital to us being successful at the beginning of next year. Everyone on this call, everyone that is going to listen to this call, is capable of achieving incredible things with this business. If you went to the Melanie Mitro event, you saw how real she is. She is just a normal mom from Pennsylvania that has decided to make this happen, and she made it happen. There is nothing any different from her than from the rest of us. Nothing at all, other than she decided that she wanted it. It takes you. It takes you wanting to do this. It takes hard work, and it takes consistency for you to be able to build this business. If you want to make this happen, you absolutely can. And you have me, you have awesome coaches on our team to help you, so you can reach out at any time, whether you are a brand new coach needing help, whether you're a coach that's been around for years and just needs help getting a fresh start or revitalized or whatever. So I know that this month is going to be the best month. Just look at the success board already that we have. This month is going to be the best month that we have had in 2016. And I know that because I know that we are on fire and we are going to push. Our success board is already looking awesome. We've already had 2 rank advancements this month. We haven't had a rank advancement in quite a while. So it's going to be an awesome month. We just have to choose to make that happen. All right, I think that is all that I have. I am going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions.